What's good? We back. Sebastian Gamora dropping another gem real quick. And we're talking about how desperate Golden Boy is. Very, very desperate. Article links in the description. I'm trying to reach out back with Bob Arum and Top Rank, who left HBO. And basically giving them the same offer they gave Mikey Garcia, Al Heyman, and Premier Boxing Champions. Don't forget, did the Lucas Matisse Kyron breakdown, the podcast link in the description. Subscribe to the podcast to get the latest and updated podcast as well. But we here. And basically in the article, Eric Gomez is saying, yeah, we willing to work with Top Rank, and long as the network that's offering the most money, that's where the fight goes. If it's HBO, ESPN, whoever's offering the most money, we cool with it. But if Top Rank, I'm paraphrasing here, takes a hard stance on it has to be on HBO, and they ain't gonna willing to work with HBO. I mean, it has to be on ESPN. They're not willing to work with HBO. Even if they're the highest bidder, then it might be problematic. And they said the same thing to Mikey Garcia. Now Heyman said, we willing to make fights with them. Just, basically, you could be on either network, whoever bidding the most money, the fight can go over there. We don't have no problems. It's because, Top Rank and Golden Boy are in similar situations. More of Golden Boy being in deeper shit, in my opinion. Golden Boy don't have nothing left. Outside of Canelo, they got Jorge Linares and, not too much behind that. David Lemieux just got exposed. Hopefully they'll be able to rebuild him. And they got some young Latino stars. I mean, Joseph Diaz, he looking to fight Gary Russell sometime in the next calendar year. Hopefully get it sooner or later. But they don't have a lot of fighters. Even at HBO, there's not a lot of fighters to work with. So they even had to reach the Al Heyman and get Danny Jacobs as well. So it seems like PBC, even though people say, oh, they losing a lot of money, they milking the money. I mean, it seems like they're cornering the market. They really can kill Al Heyman and Terrence Crawford if they wanted to. They really could, because they can just freeze Terrence Crawford out, and they have the most prominent welterweights. And why, even though, Earl Spence wants to be undisputed, but it's a business thing. And they can have, some corruption. They can cause some friction over there where, Terrence Crawford could be trying to get out of there to try to go get some more belts. But that's a conversation for another day. But, they reaching out again. And Top Rank needs Golden Boy just as much as well, too. I mean, Golden Boy has Linares at 35, and that's a good fight for Lomachenko if he wants to move up. Obviously, they don't want to work with Al Heyman, and also Top Rank has Ramondo Beltran. I mean, so them working together, I mean, at this point is good. Maybe they can put some more pressure on PBC if they work together to make fights with them as well and come on their network, which Al Heyman has been willing to send his fighters to HBO. I mean, Golden Boy, and even though Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya suing Al, they still made the Chavez Jr. and the Canelo Alvarez fight happen. So if money is right, they're willing. All of them guys are pretty much willing to, make it happen. But Golden Boy is the promotional company that's trying to, mend the fences and build the bridges back that have been burned. And that's good because they're not doing it because they want to do it for the greater good of boxing. They're doing it because they're desperate. They're trying to sign fighters, to contracts because they're desperate. They offering, and Oscar's commenting on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook posts. They desperate. He's bashing Floyd Mayweather and PBC and trying to sue him. He's desperate. Bob Arum ain't as desperate as Oscar overall, but he's going for desperate in certain divisions, and they do need to work together, Will Bob Arum get out his stubborn ways and work with Oscar De La Hoya? I don't know. He might take the hard stance where the fight's got to be on ESPN. You heard what he said. I'm not going to Showtime because they don't do that many views. And then his next couple fights with Lomachenko and Crawford didn't do as much views that what Showtime did, and that's on a free ESPN network. If people want to make excuse, this sporting event was on that night. It's always a sporting event on. It's always other alternative TV on. But when your shit is free and you still not doing 1 million views on ESPN, that's the issue. People know what a mismatch looks like. You know what I'm saying? And if it's a good product, people going to flock to a good product no matter what's on that night. They going to DVR. You still give viewership credits for DVRing and recording stuff. And it's excuses. You know what I'm saying? And, Golden Boy showing desperate. They've been desperate for the last year. But it is what it is. They got the Golden Goose in boxing right now, the biggest draw in boxing. That's still active in Canelo Alvarez. When you got that, you got a dying chance. But Arum, we'll see. He's stubborn. He's stuck in his ways. And you know, if you look at it, you know, Lomachenko gonna need a dance partner. Quite obviously, you know, Linares at 35. I mean, Mikey Garcia, PBC. I mean, Terrence Crawford. I mean, he has no dancing partners other than Constantine Poole-Marv and Jeff Horn right now, and a whole bunch of, you know, unsigned guys or not with big promoters at 147. You know, he has fighters, you know, but where the dancing partners at? Oscar Valdez, you know, PBC cornered the featherweight division. Golden Boy got Joseph Diaz in the featherweight division. You know, he has other fighters, you know, but at the end of the day, he's a stubborn old man. And, you know, Oscar and Golden Boy is trying to offer, you know, trying to extend the hand to both promotional companies, but not because they want to, because they have to. And they both trending towards, Golden Boy is trending towards life support. Bob Arum is a genius. He knows how to, you know, finesse it. But Oscar, it ain't going too well for them over there, in my opinion. And they very, very desperate. A lot of people won't agree because they just biased or whatever, but it's desperate. He put on these desperate moves and shit like that, but we gone.